Hello friends, welcome back with one more video, and today we are going to talk about relative pronoun. As per dictionary, the relative pronouns we use depends on what we are referring to and the type of relative clause. But in short, in general terminology, a pronoun that joins previous noun is called relative pronoun. So when there is noun plus one pronoun and together they make one sentence, that is called relative pronoun. What are the relative pronouns? Who, whom, whose, which, that, where, when. Remember, from competition point of view, from exam point of view, what you need to understand? You need to understand differences and differences between who and whom. Very crucial point, who is used only for human being, only for people, person as a subject. On the other hand, whom is used again for people but as an object for person, human being. So who and whom are for human being, but who is used as a subject and whom is used as an object. It's mean what? Whenever there is who, there should be verb after who. In case of whom, there should be subject plus verb. Look at an example. Everyone who loves study works hard. Here, everyone, and after that, who loves. So who plus verb, and everyone is used for human being. So everyone who loves study works hard has become one sentence out of two different sentences. Everyone whom I know loves study. So everyone loves study, but whom I know. Whom plus subject plus verb. And after whom, subject is I, know is verb. So basic difference between who and whom. Who plus verb, whom plus subject plus verb. Remember, who and whom both are used for human being. Second common problem that you may encounter is called that versus which. That and which both are used for every noun except human being. So that is for every noun except human being, which is also for every noun but except human being. Yet there is slight difference. That means general noun, but which means specific noun. Look at an example. A dog that barks cannot bite. So here, a dog means general dog. A dog that barks cannot bite. Remember one important point. After a dog, we cannot use who. It should be always either that or which. Look at another example. It says, my dog Tommy, which is dangerous, always barks. So Tommy is specific noun. My dog Tommy. Tommy is specific noun, and that is why there should be which. And whenever there is which, there should be comma. So my dog Tommy, which is dangerous, always barks, means Tommy always barks. So that and which both are for every noun except human being, but for that, that is used for general noun, but which is for specific noun. Next is where and when. Where means place. If noun is place, it should be where. If noun is time, it should be when. Look at an example. Delhi, where decision is made, is very populated. So Delhi is a place, and that is why here it is where. So Delhi, where decision is made. Delhi is a place, that's why it should be where. Look at another example. Working professionals work on Sunday too when they are under pressure. So working professionals work on Sunday too when they are under pressure. So Sunday is time, and that is why here when. So where means place, when means time. It's been, if noun is place, it should be where. If noun is time, it should be when. Now whose. Whose can be used with all types of noun, and whose is used to show possession. So the test whose date was announced was re-cancelled. So test date was announced. Test date. So date of test. date of test. So whose is replacement of of. Alright, the test whose date was announced was re-cancelled. Let us look at few more examples and let us correct these sentences. Now what you have to do, take a short look and identify error. I don't like stories who have unhappy endings. What is error here? Who, right? Because stories is not human being, that's why that have unhappy ending. So who is incorrect? What was the name of the person who phoned? Alright. What was the name of the person who phoned? What is error? No error. Why? Because person is human being, that's why who is okay. Where's the nearest shop who sells bread? What sells? Shop sells bread, and shop is what? Actually shop is place. Shop is object, that's why it should be that sells bread. So where is the nearest shop that sells bread? The driver which caused the accident was fined £500. So driver which caused, driving caused. So driving which caused fine, but when we say driver, driver is human being, and that's why who caused the accident was fined £500. Do you know the person that took these pictures? Do you know the person that took these pictures? Did you see any error? It is person, and person is human being, that's why that took, no, it should be who took. So do you know the person who took these pictures will be the correct one. We live in a world what is changing all the time. It should not be what, but it should be that. So we live in a world that is changing all the time. So world is considered an object, that's why it should be. Look at few more examples. Say the woman that lives next door is a doctor. Woman means human being, that's why who lives next door is a doctor will be the correct one. Have you found the keys which you lost? Here we are talking about keys, but keys means in general, and that's why it should be that you lost. Have you found the keys that you lost? Not which you lost. The people who we met last night were very nice. So look here, the people who we met, no, whom we met. Why? Because after who there should be verb, but here there is subject we and verb met. That's why it should be the people whom we met last night were very nice. The people that work in the office are very nice. So the people that work, that, no, because we are talking about human being, that's why the people who work in the office are very nice. The people who I work with are very nice. So people who I work. After who it should be verb, as I said. Here I work, I subject, work verb, that's why the people whom I work with are very nice. What happened to the money which was on the table? What happened to the money that was on the table? Why? Because money is general and we are not talking about any specific noun, and that's why it should not be which, but it should be that was on the table. Few more examples. What's the name of the man that car you borrowed? So what's the name of the man whose car you borrowed? Why? Because car of man, right? So it is of is missing, that's why whose should be instead of that. So man whose car you borrowed. A cemetery is a place that people are buried. So we are talking about place where people are buried, that people are buried, no. So cemetery is a place where people are buried. What was the name of person who you spoke on the phone? Very clear. Person you spoke. Person, human being, you, subject, spoke, verb. So it should be whom you spoke on the phone. The woman with that he fell in love left him after a month. The woman with whom he fell in love. That, no, because here he fell, again subject verb, that's why the woman with whom he fell in love left him after a month. I believe this video is informative and it will help you in your exam. For further information and for more information, keep on watching and keep on getting information related to exam and exam format grammar. Thank you. Have a good time.